starting to run out of memory, and then I'm having to format the card.
I've got a timer on my head. I can't take myself seriously while I look like this. I have to make you aware of that. I don't think my hair's dry enough. So this is what my hair's currently looking like. Hello! Welcome back to the channel. If you're a returning subscriber, you're probably asking yourself, Anna, what happened to your hair? Probably not in a bad way, because, well, I hope not in a bad way, because I like it. So yeah, I cut my hair. I have a fringe now. It was a journey to get here. We started off like this, and less than 24 hours went by, and it turned into this. And it was a journey. I did try and film, because I also trimmed my hair, like my hair's a bit shorter now. I did try and film a video where I filmed myself cutting my hair, following Brad Mondo's videos. That, yeah. First of all, this camera ran out of memory, then ran out of charge. And my phone, like, the angle would be right 1 minute, and then I'd film a clip and it wouldn't be right the next. You'd get, like, shots of my crotch instead of actually cutting my hair, which obviously wasn't very flattering. So I took that as a sign that I just wasn't supposed to film or upload that video, and didn't. That's the update. Oh, and also my channel's had a bit of a rebrand. I've got a new profile picture, new channel art, new outro. It goes with the new vibe of the channel. I'm sure we'll talk about that later in this video, but that's not what you're here for. What you're here for is the curly girl method, which is what this video is about. It's why you clicked on it, isn't it? Because it said curly girl method. You've probably looked up the curly girl method because you're curious about it. Your hair is dying to be curly. It's probably a bit frizzy, a bit uncontrollable. Perhaps you had curly hair as a child, and are convinced, maybe after cutting a fringe, that automatically goes curly without any product or styling or whatever, that it has now then convinced you that you definitely are supposed to be curly, and therefore you are looking up the curly girl method. Which is essentially my story, and why we're here today. There was actually two things that led me to finally trying out this method properly. First of all, I saw Holly Gabrielle's video where she did it, and the way she was talking about her hair and everything was very, very, very similar to mine, and I was like, I relate to this, and it worked for her, so I was like, okay, I think I need to try it. And then, as I say, I cut my fringe, and look, it's curly, it's cute, but it's curly. It's curly. I didn't make it curly, it did this by itself, which is an indicator that my hair is still supposed to be curly like it was when I was a child, insert picture. So yeah, ever since my hair stopped being curly, I've always been to be able to describe my hair as fine, but lots of it. Very, very tangle prone, very, very frizzy, kind of dry feeling. However, I do blame that partially on the fact that at home the water is very hard. For those of you who know about water quality and what constitutes as hard versus soft water, anyone who did GCSE physics in year 11 in the UK, then you might remember that from high school. But hard water has significantly more chemicals in it, which can like affect your hair in a negative way, dry it out, yada yada. But also, throughout my life, and just up until I kind of went to university, I was very used to using the cheapest, like, supermarket brand, harsh chemical filled shampoo that was also contributing to the fact that my hair was just screaming, and therefore the natural structure fell apart completely. Also with the vigorous brushing because of how tangle prone my hair became. So it was all just, this is all accumulated to now, where I'm convinced that my hair was always supposed to be curly, but as I say, with how I've been treating it over the years, although it is still virgin hair, like apart from blow drying it, which again, I shouldn't, we're gonna change a lot of things about how I treat my hair after this video and during this video, so, you know, but as I say, in general, the way that I've been treating my hair throughout my life has really not contributed to the maintenance of my curls and therefore the terrible quality of my hair, even though I've never dyed it or anything like that. But here we are. So, if you can relate to any of that, then you've come to the right video, because today we're hopefully going to be our hair's saving grace and help, well, really the saving grace of our hair is going to be the curly girl method, so hopefully that method will be the saving grace and we will restore our healthier curly hair again. This is why we're here. This is what we're doing. This is my testimony to add to the library of so many others. This was a very expensive video, okay? I had to go out and buy specific products that were Curly Girl approved, which is very difficult to do in the UK. It turns out if you're a student on a budget, third year uni student, don't have like a tenner or like £8 to spend on really expensive hairdresser quality products. You know, I spent £4 on a shampoo today. I think that is my limit of how much I will spend on a shampoo. But anyway, I bought a few products. It was a very expensive video, but hopefully it is going to be worth it. And also this video is actually the first part of kind of, because if you've been here for a while, then you know in the summer I was trying to promise you guys some sort of like a glow up series where we sort of become our best selves and heal all the trauma and all the whatever, and it's essentially following my journey of here's my trauma, here's how I'm healing it, and you can too. Kind of a style of series, right? And I never ended up doing that. Summer was very busy for me, my head probably just wasn't in the right place. However, we are here now. The haircut has made me a new woman, really. It's really changed my life, and therefore I feel ready now to finally start a series like this. So this is what this is. It's essentially the series I was trying to promise you guys in the summer times 10, where, yeah, we're just gonna focus on mental health, healing all of our past crap that we've been ignoring or maybe suppressing or just not acknowledging or not thinking it was important enough to pay any attention to. Guilty as charged, Your Honour. And we're going to be sharing our journey. We're just going to become more of our authentic selves. That's kind of what this video is kind of aiming at. Restoring our authentic hair and therefore restoring an authentic part of ourselves. This is going very deep and kind of cringe, but yeah, I think you get my point. For those of you who do not know what the Curly Girl method is, I'm going to pull up a graphic by Cosmopolitan because they are the gods, apparently, of everything. I'm Elle Woods now. This is what we're going to be doing. I'm going to explain it all, but for those of you who just want to maybe screenshot this, but I said it was on Cosmopolitan, so just go look up the article and screenshot it for yourselves. Your choice, you do what you want. So this is the method we're going to be following today, and hopefully this is going to work. I've done this once before, but I didn't do it properly because I didn't have the right products, or I thought I had the right products, but I didn't. And it didn't go very well and didn't do anything, and I just ended up blow drying my hair kind of frizzy straight like I normally do. But we're going to change that today because I went and put the effort in this time. So yeah, if you're interested in that kind of content, if you like this video and you want more videos in the same sort, like basically, if you like me and you like the idea of the series that I've just mentioned and you like this video, then by all means hit the button, subscribe, hit the bell, do all the things that you already know how to do because you've been told 1,000 billion times by all the YouTubers what to do. So you know what to do. Button, bell, if you want to. Yeah? So I really hope this video actually gets out to you guys because my camera decided to run out of memory and then I'm having to format the card, so it's currently copying the clips that I just filmed over to my laptop before I bring it back and format it. So in the meantime, we're on the phone, but I've just taken my hair down. See, this is what I mean. So it's been in a plait for a few hours and it's kept a nice sort of wave, but still, you see how like fine kind of frizzy this is? Like, we're gonna change that today. I'm gonna brush it through, for the last time in a while, dry, because you're not supposed to do that once you do this, obviously. And yeah, also I just wanted to point out a little fun fact about my fringe. The sections I cut were way too big. So you see how like I had it in the beginning? The actual fringe is like that, right? So if I if I put my hair back, you can kind of see. Yeah, here we go. So as I said, it was supposed to originally be like curtain bangs, curtain fringe. Yeah, I kind of, when I put my hair up, it kind of reminded me of like I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream, you know? It was not a vibe, it was not the look I was going for. So as I say, it took me less than 24 hours to be like,
we're going with a fringe. I think the fringe is the way to go. And I immediately got a bit of a self-confidence boost after I did the fringe. I am living my best life in this fringe, I have to say. As I say, I'm gonna go through and brush my hair, and then what I'm actually gonna explain what I'm gonna do in the shower. So, as you probably saw if you read through the graphic from before, first of all, you're supposed to wash your hair with a shampoo that's like full of sulfates. If you use a shampoo already that's like full of sulfate, you're supposed to use a sulfate shampoo to get rid of like the silicones. And then you're supposed to use a Curly Girl approved shampoo to co-wash your hair. So, this is what I'm using for those two steps. So this is what I've been using for the past few weeks. Now I thought that this was a pretty good shampoo until you look at the back and see, where is it? There it is. There's a sulfate. It says it's from botanical origin, but that's a sulfate. Yeah, so that means it's not Curly Girl approved. However, I have this other one now. So after watching Holly Gabrielle's video, this is what I'm using, because she used this brand, and it worked for her, and it's a Curly Girl approved brand. So, this is from Superdrug. As I said in the beginning, this cost me £4. Like, just over £4. That's expensive, bro. But it's gonna be worth it. So, this is the, as you can see, this is the Naughty Wayfellow Curl Defining Shampoo, which is completely clean of any kind of bad things. It says here, no paraben, sulfate, silicones, fat, like that. No nasty ingredients at all. Which means it's Curly Girl approved. Proceed to drop it. 1 second. And we're back for product number 3, which is the conditioner, like the little spoilers, which is the leave-in conditioner that I've been using for a while. I mean, I've been using these kind of conditioners for ages now, like since, you know, uni really. But this is the Garnier Ultimate Blends hair mask, which I think is Curly Girl approved. I think, but I'm not sure. So, this is what I'm going to be putting in to my hair, and then I have a wide tooth comb that I bought recently that I'm going to be using to brush my hair through, because that's the only time you're supposed to brush your hair, is in the shower with a wide tooth comb with the conditioner in. So, I'm going to follow the rules, and that's what I'm going to do with this, which I really hope is going to work, because I have no other, and I didn't actually think of that, so. Although I think it is, because I think I researched it last time. I think we're okay. So yeah, as I say, gonna put this in, brush my hair through with the wide tooth comb, and everything's gonna be fine. And then, once we're out, that's when we, with our hair wet, do this. We're gonna use this product, which is this Wilko's own brand Extra Hold Hair Gel. We're gonna do the rake and scrunch. We're gonna just rake and then scrunch our hair. And then, I need to get a top, like a t-shirt actually. Then we're gonna plop our hair, which is the worst term ever. I have to say, who came up with that? Who came up with that? Because it's terrible. But yeah, we're gonna plop our hair. I'm probably not gonna be able to leave it in for that long because it's already getting to like 9 o'clock. And I have to go to bed and have uni tomorrow. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, that is what I'm going to do. Those are the products that I'm going to be using for this method. We will see if this works, because I really hope that it does. But I will keep you in the loop, because that's why I'm filming this whole process, is to document my experience. So, I'm going to get in the shower now, and we shall see how this goes. See you guys in a bit, when I have wet hair. Yeah. This is not how this looked last time, and I'm sure I didn't do it right, but my god, is this way more hilarious than it was. I've got a tower on my head. So, this is the step where you're supposed to let, I think, the gel set in a cotton towel, or basically like use a cotton t-shirt as your hair towel. Similar to like a microfiber towel you're supposed to use on your hair. So this is the top I used last time, I'm using it again. This
I can't take myself seriously while I look like this. I have to make you aware of that. So, here's the catch, okay? Normally, you would go hours and hours and just let everything do its thing. However, I do not have the time for that. I don't know what time it is, but it's probably already past 10 o'clock. I have a 9 a.m. in the morning, I have a session that starts at 9 a.m. So, I am going to have to use my hairdryer. Now, everyone's screaming at me, because I unfortunately, at the moment, don't have a diffuser head for my hairdryer. I am working on getting one, either asking for one for Christmas or something. So, yeah. However, my plan is to use it on the lowest possible setting and use like a proper heat protectant. This is the VO5 stuff that I bought recently that I'm planning on using on my hair. So hopefully this will not wreck whatever's going on. I'm going to leave this in for a little bit, see what time it is, leave this in for a little bit, and then come back to you guys in a bit when I'm ready to blow dry it, because essentially we need to let the gel set so that that's doing all its magic, so yeah. But you're gonna look ridiculous whilst you're doing this, just a quick warning, because nobody looks pretty while they're doing this, okay? Nobody does. Nobody does. And it's okay, because you have to make fun of yourself to have curly hair, apparently. That was a weird mantra, but I will see you guys in a bit. It's where we move on to the next step and where this is possibly going to work. So, I'll see you guys in a bit. I look like Squidward. What is this? Why was Squidward the first thing that came to my head? I don't know. Right. See you guys in a bit. So overall, this process has taken me about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. The drying alone took me about half an hour. This is the result of that. Obviously the fringe is looking a bit crazy, but hey ho. I think what happened with this side was I didn't put enough gel in it, maybe, because and also I've been very, very carefully drying my hair with the hairdryer, and I think I may have accidentally dried it a little bit too vigorously on this side, I don't know. But it's turned out a little bit more fluffy than this side, which has kept all the curls very sort of nicely, but it's very covered in gel, obviously, because the next step, which is the big reveal that we're about to do before I go to bed, because it's almost midnight, and as I say, I have uni in the morning, so this was probably a bad day to do this video, but anyway. The final step is to scrunch the gel out of my hair, and then I'm going to put it in like a very low bun and go to sleep. So, the moment we've all been waiting for before I do a few more clips tomorrow is, let's start with this side because it's the better side. So let us begin to scrunch off the layer. This is supposed to scrunch the layer of gel off, but I'm not sure if my hair's maybe... I don't think my hair's dry enough because this still feels kind of sticky. Yeah, no, my hair's not dry enough. It's not really... I mean, you kind of see what's happening, but it's not dry yet. I think it's coming off a bit better, and yeah. So, this vlog is not over. This video is not over, because I am going to go to bed because I do need to, but what I'm going to do, as I say, is put my hair into sort of a low bun and hope that it dries completely overnight, and then try again in the morning, whether I'm going to be able to sort of very quickly dry it a bit more, because it is almost dry on this side, and as you can see, it has kind of worked. Like, the curls still are there, like, and I can still run my hands through it, so it's not completely fail. It's not a complete fail, but I just don't think I quite did it right, and obviously I was in a bit of a rush, which was a bad thing. So yeah. We shall continue in the morning. Good morning, everyone. So this is what my hair's currently looking like. I went through it with the wide tooth comb, which I think was a mistake, because now it's gone back to being kind of, I mean, it wasn't completely dry as well, because my hair just doesn't completely dry right away. So I did like the scrunch when I first woke up, and then as I said, I went through it with the wide tooth comb. It doesn't look too bad, I don't suppose. I think I need to do it better next time, because I can see, and I probably should have filmed this before I did the wide tooth comb and like everything else, because it looked a lot better then, especially this side. I mean, you can kind of see on the bottom there, we've still got the curls there. But they still kind of feel a bit weird, like the gel coating's not quite off, or that's not quite set yet, or it's still kind of damp, I don't know. Well, I mean, that kind of helped it, but yeah, so I see where it's trying to go. Yeah, see, this is still very damp. So I see where it's trying to go. I might update you guys a little bit later on, maybe just to finish the vlog, but yeah, this is... I can see this would work if I did it properly, because this time I definitely didn't. But yeah, I will probably keep you guys updated in future videos, and as I say, I'm going to film another clip later on after I got back from uni, just to kind of update you guys as to how it would be, because I'm going to put it in a ponytail, like, and just clip my really long bits back as I normally do. Yeah, the fringe has gone a bit crazy, but I'm sure I'll be able to zhuzh that somehow, because obviously I've got the massive long bits that don't need to be here. I'm just loud and proud, living their life. Like, what are you doing? Calm down. So yeah, I've got a bit of a problem over here. But apart from that, I think it's worked. But as I say, I think I can see where I would change it next time. Definitely, because you definitely need to wait for it to 100% dry before you start scrunching it, so I think I definitely need to do that next time. But as I say, I will keep you updated throughout the day today, and then in future videos, so stay tuned for that, and also for the content that we're talking about at the beginning of the video. You know, this is part of a series. So yeah, but as I say, I can see how this is meant to work, and I can see that's supposed to happen, but you can see at the front where I've kind of, where I combed through it, it's gone back to being kind of the very thin, frizzy kind of a notion, and it's not really done itself justice. So, and this is Anna from about 2 weeks later, because this is my channel and I'm only just editing this video, like always, you know. But I wanted to jump in here because I saw the time code was already getting a bit long, and I was like, people are gonna want to click off by this point. So I just wanted to inform you of something that I did after this clip that I shouldn't have done, and it was the biggest mistake ever. So basically what I did was I tried to do like the sort of reset curl thing, which was like you wet your hair and then you kind of redo the rake and scrunch with the gel. I used heat protectant to dampen my hair, and then I did the rake and scrunch. I can tell you now, that did not work, okay? Do not do that. You will feel disgusting. Your hair will feel like really greasy. The gel won't set properly. It was just a mess. And I ended up just brushing through it, to be honest. I ended up just, after I filmed this video, I ended up just brushing through my hair like I would normally do, and the gel feeling went away after a few days. And then the week after, which by this point it was the last time I washed my hair, I tried the method again, and this time it worked. I'm going to tell you a couple of things I did differently. I did not plop my hair for, I hate that term, plop your hair. I did not do that for as long as people are supposed to do it. Like, you're supposed to just kind of leave it to air dry. My hair does not air dry, okay? My hair does not air dry because it's long and it's thick, and that's just not something it's ever been able to do properly. So what I did was I used the cotton t-shirt to squeeze out the excess water from my hair so it wasn't really, really wet, even though it's supposed to be really wet when you put the gel in. It's not supposed to be, like, I essentially towel dried my hair with the t-shirt that you saw me use. And then put my hair up whilst I set up my hairdryer. This was after I'd put the gel in as well. So I used the t-shirt to kind of air dry my hair and get the curls in, and then I used the gel to rake and scrunch, and then I
plopped my hair, but for like hardly any amount of time until I got my hairdryer set up, which again I put on the lowest of the settings, and actually took the time to properly dry my hair instead of just doing it a little bit and then being scared and stopping. Like, I actually fully dried my hair with the hairdryer. Very, very gently, though. Like, I have to emphasize very, very gently, because I don't have a diffuser yet and I didn't want to just ruin everything. So I very, very gently, with the lowest heat setting and the lowest powered setting, like the lowest blow setting as well, very, very gently dried my hair. And that worked, because it set the gel and it dried my hair. So I was able to actually scrunch it and make it actually work, okay? And I didn't do the weird redampening and then redoing the gel, because as I said, that was the worst thing I did in this video. And as I say, this video is already getting long, so I just didn't want to show you that bit. However, as I say, after I did that, after what I just explained that I did, like the last time I washed my hair, then it works. I mean, you can't actually see that much on camera, and plus it's getting towards the time where I do actually need to wash my hair again, but it worked. Like, my hair is curly, it doesn't feel like it has any gel in, and it didn't when I first did it. It feels very healthy, very sort of soft. I can still kind of run my hands through it, like, fairly easily. Like, it separates fairly easily, like, it's not really knotty or anything. Even though I haven't brushed it since I washed my hair, which I'm not supposed to do, so I obeyed the rules and didn't brush it, but it's honestly behaved so well, and it's not frizzy at all. It stayed very healthy looking, very sort of curly. Now, it's gone, because I've been putting it in a plait when I sleep sometimes, like, the sort of front sections that you saw in the last clip that had gone a bit sort of straight-ish, I think that's because they're, like, the thinnest parts of my hair, so what I did was just accepted the fact that they, at the moment, aren't going to curl as well as maybe, like, the bottom bits that have really, really, really kept the curl. So I do recommend this method, basically. That is the conclusion of this video. Now I'm going to stop showing you my hair, even though you can't really see it. The conclusion of this video: do this method. If, as I say, your hair is similar to the texture that mine was at the beginning of this video, do this method. Please do this method, because it will save your hair. It will save your hair. And also, for those of you who are like, I don't want to spend that much money on shampoo, sorry, you have to. In order to have healthy hair, you need to stop using the cheap rubbish that's like, I don't know, £1 from your local supermarket, or even less than that, that's just full of, like, horrible ingredients that are stripping your hair of literally everything. And just invest in some good hair care products, because honestly, you will benefit from that eternally, right? So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful, because I know a lot of people who do the curly go method don't necessarily have very sort of long or thick hair. Like, I mean, yeah, sometimes they're thick, but they're not that long. So sometimes we have to adjust methods in order for them to work for a certain hair type. So don't always, if you feel like you need to adjust things, like for me, if your hair doesn't air dry, don't air dry it. Make sure you use a diffuser. As I say, I'm going to ask for one for Christmas, so that's all going to be sorted. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with this method. And also, as I said, this is a part of like a series that I'm doing now to kind of discover my more authentic self, really heal from past trauma and things like that, and really acknowledge that, feelings are valid and not disgusting, and you shouldn't be suppressing them. So, yeah. So, as I say, if you like me, if you like this video, if you like that kind of content, then make sure to hit that subscribe button, maybe hit the like button if you want to, because that really does help, and yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any more of my videos. Also, make sure to follow me on all my social media, names for which will be, as always, at the end of this video, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next one, and enjoy the new outro.